The light of knowledge. Shahir had no interest in studying at all, while Shamir was a bright student in his class and always passed exams with good marks. Shamir and Shahir studied in the same class. Shahir had no interest in studying at all, whereas Shamir was an intelligent student who consistently scored high marks in exams. Shahir belonged to a wealthy family. His father had a good business. The abundance of money had made him somewhat proud. Shahir started to value wealth so much that the importance of education almost disappeared in his eyes. Time went by, and both reached the matriculation level. Shamir passed the matriculation exam with an A grade, while Shahir received a C grade. As they left school, all their friends parted ways. Shamir continued his educational journey and achieved remarkable success in his MA Urdu exams. Later, he got a job as a lecturer at a local college. He was a teacher of Urdu. In class, he emphasized the importance and usefulness of the Urdu language, shedding light on the personalities and literary achievements of great poets and writers of Urdu literature. He was very popular among college students. Allama Iqbal, may Allah have mercy on him, was his favorite poet, and he recited Iqbal's poetry beautifully. He advised his students to follow Iqbal's ideas and urged them to pay maximum attention to their education. Shamir used to tell them that we should strive to acquire knowledge throughout our lives. One day, after delivering a lecture to his students and stepping out of the classroom, a stranger stood before him and humbly said, "Sir, I have passed my matriculation. If there is any job available at your college, please give me a chance to serve. I will remain grateful to you forever." As he said this, tears welled up in his eyes. Shamir looked at him briefly, as if trying to recognize him. The man had messy hair, a long beard, and was dressed in dirty clothes, with visible signs of poverty on his face. Shamir looked at him carefully and then suddenly exclaimed in surprise, "Oh Shahir! This is you! And what have you done to yourself? What's all this?" Hearing his own name from his teacher's mouth, Shahir was startled and confused. He began to tell his story after recognizing his classmate Shamir, saying, "Shamir, you guessed right. I am Shahir, a victim of circumstances. You used to tell me the importance of education, that one should stay active throughout life to seek knowledge, but I ignored your advice in the pride of wealth. I gave up education after matriculation and started helping my father in his business. From the very beginning, I hated studying, and I used to tell you that money is more important than education. That was entirely my mistake." Around that time, my father was going to another city for business, and on the way, he met with an accident. He left us helpless and passed away. We faced very difficult times. My father was involved in a partnership business. After his death, I don't know what tricks his partners played, but they took over the entire business, and we lost our share. My mother sold our large house to cover expenses and bought a smaller one. Gradually, all the money was spent. When circumstances forced me to find a job, I couldn't get a good one because I had only passed matriculation. I had no connections or recommendations that could help me. These conditions forced me to work hard in manual labor. These were moments I can hardly imagine. I had grown up in good circumstances, and I couldn't even imagine such worst conditions in my dreams. I have been suffering in such circumstances for the past 6 years, and today I realize the importance of education. You used to say that knowledge is a light that not only dispels darkness within but also guides us toward the right path, he continued. I have seen many difficult times during this entire period, and now I understand that money alone does not make a person great. After saying this, Shahir fell silent, tears streaming from his eyes. Shamir encouraged him and boosted his morale. Shamir, being associated with the esteemed profession of teaching, was already somewhat financially stable. Therefore, he decided to help Shahir by offering him a clerical job at his academy in the evening. Shahir continued his studies during his free time. Finally, through his effort, he passed the private MA exam. Now he was also enlightening the new generation with his knowledge. He had also started teaching students along with Shamir. Thus, the chain of lighting lamps from one lamp to another began. Now Shahir always had a constant source of wealth.